I love me some Wittenberg. We're back on the couch with our fabulous ladies. You're getting so much love on social media. I think it's just because this is a conversation a lot of women are consistently having, and it's good to know that the awareness around the support that is needed is really rising. Yeah. So what are some, I wanted to ask you earlier, what are some of the barriers to women getting maintenance for their children? Well, and men.
Lack of knowledge.
That wasn't an afterthought, but I know there are single dads out there.
It's not knowing your rights. And it's being fearful of going into this authoritative space and that you're disempowered because you don't know your rights. So we have, through our group, we've established support groups. Our group is a huge support base. So you can rent, you can get information, and there are men and women on the group. There are government officials, there are lawyers. It's a whole community of people. And we really encourage people to see each other as parents on the group and support each other as such, because we really do care about the children. And as a result of that, we have 29 support groups around the country. So it's mainly on WhatsApp. And where there is a need, a beautiful story, one of our members fell pregnant with her second child and she was going into labour. And somebody from her support group went and was her birth partner. And she also babysat her child. So there's others who go and feed others. There's others that share airtime. Because it empowers you. It gives you a space to feel loved and cared for, and then also to support you in the court system.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. And Ronelle, we were speaking earlier about how now it takes a village. Yeah. It takes a village to raise a child. Some of us in our families, we see it happening. We see absentee fathers, absentee mothers, and sometimes those members of are in our family. Yeah. How can we all get involved? How can we make it everyone's business? Yeah. Because I know in some cultures it's kind of like, it's got nothing to do with me, let me just leave it. But abuse continues to happen.
Absolutely. So again, it's working with yourself, allowing yourself that space to heal as much as possible, to actually accept help. So one of the mistakes I've made is that I just wanted to do it on my own. I'm independent, I don't need your help. And when I changed my whole narrative in my mind, and I changed my mindset, and I healed, now we are co-parenting so beautifully. He's the one that fetched the kids at school.
Sorry, we can just hold that too.
So it's about opening up yourself and accepting help, and you can co-parent fantastic. Again, one of the mistakes I made is to say I'm an independent woman, I can do this on my own. So I would limit the interaction with dad. And that's one of the mistakes I teach, to say that, listen, ask for that help, because that's the child's father, and they are, I mean, they look at him as a hero. And so ask for that help, and the fathers are sometimes willing, but you haven't healed, so you're sitting with all of the anger. So become less emotive, I would say, and accept help, whether it's from the other parent or from the community at large.
Yeah. It's also interesting for me how people who don't pay maintenance or abstain from paying maintenance are contributing to poverty on a larger scale in communities. Please elaborate on that for us.
Well, it starts with, first of all, every defaulter is somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's husband, boyfriend. And if we really want to make a difference, we need to start holding people accountable. You know, and it's one of those taboo subjects of don't drink and drive. We're quick to say that. Or it's wrong to beat your wife up. But we don't hear people going, it is wrong not to financially support your children because of all the other, you're just going to go and do your hair, you're going to go and do your nails.
And when you see your friend living his best life and you know that his child doesn't have nappies, like, say something.
Call him to order.
We need to socially make them responsible, and it needs to become uncool. It needs to become the cool thing that you're an involved parent, that you both have your child's best interest. It's not just linked to poverty, but it is, because by not providing financial support, the child essentially is going without, because the mother will do what she needs to do to give, and she will go without. But the child is going without. There are children that are going to be hungry. And what next generation are we breeding? And it's directly linked to violence. And I'm absolutely committed to making a difference in the space that I can, because it's not just about money. It's very complex, it's very nuanced, and you can never just bring it to money, but paying the money is a good start, because it takes care of a whole lot of things. But as a nation, we have this historical context. You know, there's migrant labour, there's a lot that contributes to all of this. And we need to be committed to going, we need to heal. There's lots, we need to heal on so many levels. We need to heal. We need to heal our spaces. We need to heal our communities. We need to heal our children.
Yeah. Another interesting angle that I've seen is that we're focusing very much on mom and dad dynamic. But when this child grows up, sometimes it ends up breeding hurt adults, and a lot of hurt adults come up with excuses. I can say, I don't know how to love because I didn't have a father. I don't know how to provide because I don't have. And I feel like those end up becoming cultural, or rather generational curses that just go from one to another to another. So I think the responsibility also trickles down to the children when they do become adults, to kind of choose a different life.
Change the narrative.
Like, I loved what you said earlier. You said we're not the single parents of yesterday. We don't have, that doesn't have to be our narrative.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, ladies, thank you so much for inspiring us today.
Thank you for having us.
Beautiful end to this Monday, absolutely. Join us again tomorrow as we chat to Danny Kaye, one of my favorites growing up.
Good night.
Mwah.